Well, let's talk about some of the products you brought in along here
Sure.
and discuss about what some of the things are. And
Yes.
these, I understand, are polishing wheels and grinding discs, and they're different to what? Qualities, different
yeah.
abrasives, different strength.
What I've brought in today is basically just kind of a more or less new products, or maybe spotlight on products that I wanted to talk about. This particular product here is called the DX Disc. It is something that HTC we've just come out with for the world of concrete. It actually is the most versatile tool that we've ever manufactured. And what I mean by that is it works on so many different types of flooring. So you can use this on dry marble polishing, limestone, travertine, terrazzo, both types, epoxy and cement, as well as, of course, concrete. We are at World of Concrete. So it's an extremely versatile tool that you can use on many different types of floors. The same concept applies. We're basically doing each successive grit, starting with a lower grit abrasive and then polishing up to the higher grits to achieve the high shine, hence where you get the very low maintenance.
So this is like a real fine sort of a, if a person were dealing with wood, this would be the equivalent of a extra fine sandpaper?
You can put it in terms of that, yeah. I mean, it basically is the same concept where you're using low grit abrasives and polishing up through the stages.
This is higher.
Yeah, well, no, these are two separate systems here.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Yeah, this is the DX system that we just came out with.
All right.
And then to talk a little bit about this one, this is actually the Fenix pad system. The Fenix pads are basically, been out for quite a few years now, but we've improved on them a little bit, and they're made for polishing self-leveling overlays and concrete as well. And a self-leveling overlay is basically a product that can be put down.
Are there two different abrasives between that one and this?
Yes, that's correct. The color itself tells you what designation it is. So blue tells me 200 grit, red tells me it's 400 grit.
Whoa, okay. Yeah. So it's color coordinated.
That's correct, yeah.
Hopefully you're not colorblind.
No, hopefully not. And if so, you need these. They'll at least tell you.
Just
different diameters. Yeah, we have different size machines, so this will fit under a smaller machine, obviously, and then we have the larger machines, large production for this diameter.
Right.
That's basically the concept.
Now, what's the longevity of a disc, let me ask you?
It can be anywhere from about 10 to 15,000 square feet for something like this, and then something along this lines, you'd see around 5 to 8,000 square feet out of a set of these.
Okay. So you have demos going on both places?
Just the outside.
Just the outside.
Yeah.
Plus, you fellas are both doing the Q&A and the presentation tomorrow for the seminar and how to polish.
That's correct.
Well, I know it's a fascinating topic and a lot of interest going forward with people who want to get into the polishing business. And it seems to be maybe it started out with countertops or something, and now it's gone to floors and what have you. And it seems like a fascinating aspect of the concrete business.
Well, I've certainly seen a huge change in the market. I mean, even if you go back 5 or 6, 7 years at this trade show,
right?
The polishing, presence was very small. Now it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And as well, I find now it's become a choice that people can do now. Like it's out in the world. It's everybody knows about polished concrete.
Is there one thing or another that's driving this interest?
I just think
it's changes in concrete mixes, or is it changes in the degree of equipment and the quality of the discs that are coming out, or what's driving it?
I think
what do you think?
A little bit of all of it, yeah. A little bit of all of these, yeah. I was going to say, it comes down to basically cost, obviously.
Right.
So cost per square foot is what everybody's trying to get. So if we can make this process faster, easier, better, and that's one of the things about this DX disc is it has such a broad range of diamond grit within. It's a lot easier to skip the grits if you need to in certain situations. So when you come to a really inexpensive bid situation, you may need to go to something like this. Now, that is a given. You won't have as high a level of gloss, but you still have a fairly low maintenance floor that people will like for many years.
And it's probably more public awareness of just what's available.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's in magazines.
Sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And a lot of times now, I mean, like everyone's tastes are becoming a bit more modern, and polished concrete has a very modern aesthetic.
Absolutely.
And I do a lot of homes, like a lot of traditional type of houses, and you would never really think polished concrete would work, but they tear up the basement floor and re-pour a new slab.
Exactly. Well, it's a pleasure meeting both you fellas.
Pleasure as well.
And enjoyed talking with both of you. Derek McKenzie, who is with Floor Lab. He's out of Toronto, and We've got Clif, Rawlings with HTC, and they have a booth here both in and out. So stop by, say hello, and watch and see what they're doing. Of course, if you want to learn more and more about what's happening within concrete polishing and how to achieve that nice final finish, then go see their seminar tomorrow, which is Wednesday from 8 to 11 right here at the Las Vegas Convention Center in the seminar area, which is part of the Central Hall.